Hi, I'm Alex Buono, and I'm the director and also the director of photography of Documentary Now. It's a comedy series. We pay loving homage to classic documentaries like Grey Gardens and The Thin Blue Line, and then this season, everything from a contemporary doc like Jiro Dreams of Sushi or The Kid Stays in the Picture to a classic 1968 Maisels Brothers Salesman or The War Room by the Pennebakers. What I love about this show is the ability to work in so many different looks, and a lot of that is manipulation in terms of how we're lighting, in terms of how we're shooting it. There's a ton of it that's a manipulation in post. Our post team is not massive. It's basically 4 guys. They're doing all of this using the Adobe Creative Cloud.
The whole idea is that we're able to have an evolving process that's not regimented. Here's the editing stage, here's the sound stage, here's the VFX stage. Creative Cloud gives us this comprehensive tool set. It helps us really lend our imaginations over to the story and make much better creative decisions as a result.
The way that our team works is that everything's handled in-house, and that's really only possible because of the fluidity of the Creative Cloud. Premiere works so well with After Effects and Photoshop. It really heightened our sense of creative control over the episodes.
Our man's a little nervous that the new TV ad is negative.
This Sunday is Governor Lester's birthday.
There's a whole section in the bunker where we created an old school campaign attack ad. And although we edited it in Premiere, we could easily send it to After Effects to enhance it.
Not having to ship it out and treat it as a separate VFX shot that we need to send out, but really being able to fluidly integrate it into our workflow, that was invaluable. I can't imagine editing the show not being able to do that.
All of our episodes, really, we're trying to emulate so many different looks. So many of them live in the past. So many of them are grainy, handheld, 16mm, black and white type looks. I don't like showing people a rough cut that feels super rough. I want people to be immersed in the story and not be thinking, oh boy, should I make a note?
Adjustment layers were so key for this, specifically lumetri color tools and grain overlays.
Having the tools to create a rough cut that looks very close to the final cut in terms of color, in terms of grain and film emulation, has been a huge advantage for us. Mr. Runner-Up, our 2-part finale, by far the most complicated story we've tried to tackle at Documentary Now. The hardest thing about it is that it's being told completely through archival footage. So there's not even that much to go out and shoot. So much of it is, well, this is going to be a still photo animation, this is going to be a piece of archival footage, we have to recreate this archival. In order to just figure out how to shoot this episode, how to schedule it, we created an animatic, a sort of moving storyboard that was the episode. We had Bill Hader record a temp voiceover track, and Micah, our editor, just cut the entire episode using that voiceover in archival footage. And so this could be used as a perfect storyboard for how we would produce this episode.
Being able to use Premiere's motion graphics abilities, that already brought it to life before we shot a single frame. In terms of my editing process, it's invaluable for me to be able to manipulate as I go, almost like when you're ironing, if you iron shirts, which I don't, being able to really quickly bring something to life.
Where the sort of rubber meets the road is when you're actually interfacing with your tools, can they actually keep up with your own thoughts? And that's something that these tools in the cloud and in Premiere allow us to do.